Okay.
Anyway, it is
Hi.
Memorial Day weekend.
Everybody's doing the Murph.
Yeah. Yep. I think I've done it. I don't think I officially ever did it, but we used to do shit like that. Yeah. That was what? I forget what it is. Like 100 push-ups and
It's
100.
100 push-ups. Well, it's a mile run. 100 push-ups, 100 pull-ups, or 100 sit-ups, and 100 squats, and then another mile run.
We did them in the last unit I was in before I retired. We did it in groups. So we had like a group of 3.
Yeah.
So between the 3 of you,
You had to do. Yeah.
I mean, everyone did the run.
Right.
But as far as like push-ups and pull-ups and
yeah.
Because towards the end there, I was getting really big, and pull-ups became a problem.
Yeah.
Now pushing up, no problem.
Right.
Pulling, big problem.
Well, and Emily and I were talking about that because Emily's like a little fucking stud now. Like,
our personal trainer.
Yeah, she's our personal trainer, manager.
Not ours, but
but she's a personal trainer and a manager at the fitness center and all kinds of stuff. Anyways, so she was talking about that, and I was like, I could always do chin-ups, like when I was younger, but I could never do pull-ups. And
chin-ups is the grip.
Like this way.
Hands is.
Yeah.
Go say hi to your best friend.
So I could always do the chin-ups. I could never do pull-ups.
Yeah.
And she has that same problem. I guess it's just.
I used to be really good at the hold.
Yeah, me too.
Like there was a Super Kids Day in elementary school.
Yeah.
Like I owned the fucking. I'm pretty sure I still own the record because I was the most badass little kid. For the longest hold.
Yeah.
There were people telling me that the teacher was like, "You can let go now. You've won." I'm like, "Oh." He's coming into his face.
Yeah. Yeah. Shaking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably pissing a little bit. Just a little bit. I peed before in elementary school, so it wasn't anything big.
Okay.
Yeah. That was an issue that day. That day sucked. That's a core memory in my head. I'm reliving it right now.
You peed your pants at school?
Yeah. This is what it was. Fuck it. Microphone. It was PE. Miss Bernard, who's now Miss Harris, I believe. I don't know. Doesn't matter. This floor, it was the first time I'd ever seen a gym floor that was like a rubber floor.
Yeah.
Like a hard rubber floor, but it was still rubber.
Yeah.
And it had all the lines for basketball court on there and everything. But so we're sitting there, and you sit in, columns. And she was explaining something that we were doing or going to do. I think it was like throwing the football. Jeez. I still remember. This is how ingrained it is in my head. You take your hand back and you tickle your ear, she used to say. You tickle your ear and yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that kind of thing. But she's explaining something, and I'm raising my hand because I have to piss. But she's not calling him. She's just fucking ignoring me, okay? So finally I put my hand down and I'm like rocking because I'm holding it because I figured she's not going to call on me. And she stops. She stops her instruction, fucking calls me out in the middle. She stops and goes, "Do you have to use the bathroom?" Okay, now, little Johnny Deneen is
Very shy.
Very shy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and all of a sudden now I've got everyone in class thinking I have to pee, which I really did.
Yeah.
And they found out very shortly thereafter.
Oh.
I was rocking, and then it happened. And just a puddle appeared under me.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it was like, if I was like a wizard, that would have been cool. I can make water. Yeah, but I wanted to drown in that piss. I was so fucking embarrassed.
I bet.
I remember the janitor coming in, and then the last thing I remember is I didn't go home. I remember I was walking up the hallway, and seeing my mother come in
With clothes.
the front door with the pair of jeans, a pair of like solid. Remember when they made denim back in the,
Yes.
like
Yes.
thick denim?
Yes.
Yeah. Just, I didn't want to wear those, but I am washed. Nothing. It's
Right.
just, I think she brought underwear. I'm sure she did. Not brought underwear.
Yeah.
Fucking embarrassing. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
That's my pee pants story.
Wow.
In elementary school. I don't know how we got on that.
I don't either.
Memorial Day.
Yeah. Right.
Anyway.
Here's to not peeing our pants.
Yep.
Please.
Yeah. I mean, nobody can be upset. I did my Memorial Day episode of my Diary of a Madman.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. Went a little bit unhinged. Not too much.
Okay.
I roped it back in.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah, I was like, well, it's decent. Should leave the house.
Oh.
She's probably leaving the house right now. No, nothing bad. I went off on West Point officers.
Okay.
Because I don't like them.
Okay.
Let's start the show.
Okay.
We got topics.
All right.
Did you see in Argentina?
Okay. No, I was scrolling before we came in here and I saw that you posted a picture and you said this happened during a filming of
Screening.
screening of the new, what's it called?
Final Destination.
Final Destination movie. And I was like, I just looked at it, I said, no fucking way.
And I knew exactly what you...
And you knew what I was talking about. And I was like, you can't be serious. And you were like, no, it's real.
Yeah.
So a ceiling collapsed on a theater.
In a theater in Argentina. And I mean, if you look at the picture, I'm surprised only one lady got hurt.
Right. Because the picture looks like mass destruction.
It looked like a tornado went through.
Yeah.
And I questioned the photo a little bit because it looked like an American flag on that dude's arm.
Oh.
But the Argentinian flag doesn't look anything like that.
It does look like an American flag.
But it's not. I don't think it is. Pretty sure it's not. But yeah, it could be. It could be. So that picture, but I looked up stories and it said, yeah, but it happened in Argentina.
So maybe they just stole a picture from something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe. But I want to see it. Oh, she's barking.
Yeah, she wants to go play with her best friend.
Yeah. Since you guys are back from
a
little trip.
Yeah, we went on a girls' trip.
That was cool.
It was very cool. A little shopping.
See the Final Destination movie?
No. It was a little shopping trip and beach trip. It was outstanding. We did not realize that it was Bike Week at Myrtle Beach.
Yeah. Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking, but I'm so glad we got a hotel not on the beach because that would have been so loud. But it was cool. There were still like bikes at our hotel and stuff, but it was quiet.
We stayed down there 1 week.
Yes.
It wasn't even we didn't even know it was
we didn't know it was Bike Week, but it was Bike Week.
And it was
it was so
we were
loud.
right on the strip too. And we like to sleep with the fucking doors open.
Yes.
Because why the fuck are you paying for, beachside?
Yes.
If
you
you're
can't
not
hear the ocean.
Yeah. But this particular hotel that we stayed at, it's a little nugget of fucking whatever gold amongst all the big hotels. Because what it is, it's not directly on
the beach.
The beach. It is across the street. However, it doesn't have a huge hotel in front of it. What it has is public paid parking.
Right.
So you can still hear the ocean, and you're paying like $100 less a night because it's across the street.
Yeah.
So, that's why it was so loud because we had the fucking road right.
Yeah.
All night.
That was scary.
The loudest one in the loudest radios are motorcycle fucking radios. Because they have to fucking be able to, for some reason, you have to hear frickin' Creed screaming in your damn ear while you're going 75 like an asshole down 95.
This bike, I didn't hear you. This Bike Week wasn't Creed. Yeah. Anyways, it was fun.
Cool. So no, yeah.
So yeah,
good time. No movie scene.
No movie scene. No. That's scary. Like now, I don't want to go to a theater to see it.
I want to hear from the other people that were in the theater, like the ones that didn't get hurt.
Yeah.
Because you got to think like this is a fucking bit.
Right?
Yeah, like what the
Like,
fuck?
this can't be really happening.
Yeah, this is part of the movie, right?
Yeah.
This is part of the movie experience. All of a sudden, I didn't know I was signing up for.
Right.
How fucking cool was that? It was like that John Goodman movie that was based on a true story. Not Mystic Theater, something. He used to some theater that used to do like horror movies, but whenever there was a jump scare in the movie, they put like electric. They hooked up the seats
Oh,
to like
God.
an electric charge, and they closed the loop to like fucking shock everyone.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
I don't
it
wanna
was.
be
I
part of
think it
that
was a
either.
comedy, but it
No.
was something about a theater.
I don't
like
want any
that.
part of that either.
Yeah, that's
That-
crazy.
Yeah.
They just don't build good fucking theaters in Argentina, I guess. I wonder if there was like a storm going on.
I don't know. Because why would a ceiling just suddenly collapse like that?
Yeah. When I saw Happy Gilmore? No. Yeah, Happy Gilmore. I saw Happy Gilmore in the theaters. I'm pretty sure a tornado went over the fucking theater. It was right outside when Quail Springs Theater was in the old parking.
Yeah.
All that there. So anyway.
Huh.
Yeah, and then that shit was loud. You're sitting there, it's like, oh, fuck chicken.
Wow.
So
Probably
it
would
could have been a storm. I hear Argentina has wicked storms.
Never heard that.
Either I'm making it up.
Okay.
Do you know about Mozart's sister?
No, I never knew
Keep
Mozart
on
had
saying
a
his
sister.
name wrong. I want to say Mozart.
Mozart
It's
is how-
Mozart.
Yeah, but most of us, everybody says
Mozart.
Mozart.
They put a T in there
Like
for some
yeah.
reason.
I don't know
Because-
why.
I don't know. It's just, yeah. But he had a sister named Maria Anna. I'm sorry. Am I?
No, I'm just
You
really
keep yawning.
tired.
I understand. This was your idea, so
I
we're going
know.
to fucking power through it.
Yes, we are. Look, I got a monster. It'll be
Yeah.
all right.
Start
It's just-
chugging. Start chugging when I read the topic.
Go ahead.
And then give out a big old belch.
No, I can't do that. All right, go ahead.
So cool. But he had a sister named Maria Anna, who was also an accomplished musician and composer.
Really?
Right?
Okay.
Yeah. Sometimes even receiving top billing, meaning over him.
Well, okay.
That's what top billing. Like her name is
Yeah, I
on
got
the
it.
top. That's why they call it top billing.
Okay.
You know, if I have to mansplain it to you.
God.
However, she was no longer taken on tour with her famous brother once she reached marriageable age. Yeah. You're going to go
That's gross.
play something else, baby. You're going to go play mama.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, that's the way they did things back then in Austria.
Back then. Like it's much different here. Nice. Don't get me.
No,
I
that's
never
why
knew-
we're here. We're here to
I
talk
never
about
knew-
shit.
I never
Fucking
knew he-
unleash the fury.
I never knew he had a sister.
Yeah, me neither. Because, I mean, what was marital age back then? Like
13?
Yeah, some gross,
Probably.
nasty. Yeah. So she was a prodigy too, but
Yeah.
she got whored off because.
Yeah, because that's what women have to do.
Do you think he threw her under the bus?
What do you mean?
Like found like a fucking like a bloody tampon and was like, shit, because I want top billing.
Maybe. Maybe. Jealousy.
Yeah. And those people back then were fucking weird, sick fuckers.
Yeah.
Especially with the last name Mozart.
Okay.
But you're a fucking hell of a composer. Tell you what, I want to hear some of her shit.
Right?
Because wasn't this guy writing like Beethoven was at a young age?
I think so. Yeah.
So why the fuck wasn't she?
I don't know.
I guess she wasn't that good.
I mean,
She was good
she
enough
got top
to-
billing.
I mean, cover bands get top billing sometimes when
Well,
no one else is touring.
when no one else was touring.
We'll go on to the next subject.
Oh, okay.
Have you imagined dancing high above the clouds, grooving to the beat?
Okay, hold on. I can't
35,000
take
feet?
you seriously when you're doing your voice.
I know. You don't like when I do bits.
I don't. Can you just read? I like your voice.
Sounds like a scene from a movie, right? But it's in the 1970s. Air Canada made this dream a reality by installing a dance floor on the upper deck of its iconic Boeing 747 jumbo jet. Jets, multiple. On long transatlantic flights, passengers could stretch their legs and bust a move, turning the journey into an unforgettable party in the sky. I'm reading this from the site's called Historical Facts. During the golden age of an air travel, airlines competed to offer unique and luxurious experiences to attract flyers. Air Canada's idea is they put on a fucking dance floor.
In the 70s.
Yeah, the spacious upper deck of the 747. So you ever seen
I've never.
Okay, well, there's like an upper part. Like you get in the airplane and then you can go upstairs, like a little spiral staircase that goes up. Huh. And there's extra seating up there. That's usually like first class. Oh. That's where all the fucking colonels and shit got to fucking fly when they're like military contracted airplanes. And then all the officers get the fucking, because they deserve it.
So they turned it into a disco.
Yeah.
Disco. That's actually genius because people need to get up and move around during those long flights.
Right, because
prevent blood clots.
My sciatica, what was it, the last time I was flying over?
Yeah.
That son
and
of
your
a
legs
bitch.
were swelling. Like, I mean, blood clots are a for real issue with flying long flight.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck what anyone says. When I fly overseas, especially when I got military goddamn boots on and bloused fucking pants.
Oh,
what was that?
That was.
Oh shit! I'm taking my boots off on that
right.
flight. Like, fuck you.
Right.
It sucks because I have to wait a little bit before it's comfortable to get my feet back in my boots. Because as soon as we land, you want, you get flight, go do your smoke breaks, whatever the hell it is, but getting those boots back on, like in that tiny ass little cramps.
Yeah.
But you have to do it. You either, you have to. I would love a disco.
Disco.
Fucking boozed up, dancing.
Oh, God, I would have been sick.
Yeah, I'd black out the windows so you can't see.
Well, still. But I mean, like, I've never had a drink on a plane.
Oh, really?
No.
It affects you a lot more.
I'm sure, but that's part of the reason I've never had one, because I know, like, my limits were never very good to begin with.
That's how the Mile High Club thing started, because dudes get boners more often on airplane because of the pressure. Yes, it's a pressurization thing.
Really?
Yeah, it happens. It doesn't happen to everyone, but it does happen a lot, and that's where that whole thing. Yeah, I think dudes get boners, get drunk faster, or easier. I don't know. Yeah, it's a good time though. But Air Canada had it right.
I've only flown like 3 times, 4 times.
Oh my God!
And the longest flight was the one from here to Oklahoma.
Oh yeah,
for me. So like.
Now, I mean, fuck, nowadays, air travel sucks. They ain't trying to do shit for it. Have you seen now they're about to implement those standing seats?
Standing seats? What does that mean?
In airplanes, where you stand.
The whole time?
Yeah, for just domestic flights. Yeah, so they can add more seating to these aircraft. I don't know how they do that. I mean, your capacity for weight is going to change. Because you have to put these seats somewhere, and that you're adding
people.
Yeah, you're adding people. So, but they're not building any new planes. They're just modifying.
No, I don't want any part of that.
There's going to be big crash, and then what happens when you do crash? Remember, there's a whole brace position.
You're right. You're supposed to. Yeah, you can't do that.
Fucking fry standing up.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, there's places I want to go where we'd have to fly, but. Maybe those will be put off.
I told you I'm down with a boat, but like I want to be like I'm a good.
Ivy. Ivy's messing with us. Okay, so all right, so a disco on a plane. That's cool.
Yeah.
So why did they end it? What happened?
Because they found out that they can make more money if you could add more people and just.
So that's why it started out that way. But then they were like, oh no, we got to put more seats in here.
People used to.
Oh
my God.
Just leave the door.
Dog.
Honey.
Yeah.
You're not looking good right now.
I'm sorry. She's making me mad.
Okay, well, let's ignore it.
Yep.
So it was just a money thing. Like they figured out, we can put seats up there and that's what we're going to do.
Yeah, well,
Oh.
yeah, because the golden age of travel, that's when people were like doing like serving like. Have you seen the pictures like whole turkeys being served and carved,
Oh.
like in the aisles and whatnot? And
Oh.
yeah, it
Okay.
was the golden age of travel. I keep
Oh.
saying that because that's what it is. But
Oh.
yeah, and then they figured out, oh, people are actually going to spend money to do this. Let's fucking streamline it
Right.
so that we can make more money because now
Yeah.
you're putting more asses in seats.
Right.
Yeah.
She's fine.
Yeah.
So, okay. All right. So I just didn't know why it ended. That wasn't part of the story.
Yeah.
So,
Because airlines got greedy. And that's what happened.
yeah, that has happened.
Still happens. That's what corporations do.
Yeah. Ivy, no, let her go.
I have to.
Oh, that's why.
Dang,
Everyone's here.
I'm going to leave the damn door open. How about
Okay.
that?
Hi, chauffeur.
Most recently in the 1980s, that wasn't most recent, but there was a bust of Jim Morrison at his gravesite in Paris. You
That
remember
was
that?
stolen.
Yeah. My
Yeah.
brother used to have a poster, or my sister. I forget what. One of my siblings had a poster, and it was of Morrison's grave, and it like had, I used to like looking at it because I like reading all the like messages and people were writing on there, and yeah. These dogs are going nuts. You were gone
I was gone.
You were gone for a day, and now they cannot be behind a fucking closed door.
No.
So, but don't bite that cord.
He's not. He's fine.
Paul near it. He's fine. Anyway, well, the bust was stolen in 1988, and was finally recovered this week.
No.
Yep, in Paris during an unrelated fraud investigation.
Wow.
Yeah.
What kind of fraud?
I don't know. It doesn't say. Wait, hold on. Nope. Yeah, it doesn't say.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
So,
congratulations,
in Paris.
Jim. We got your head back.
Wow. So it was stolen in Paris?
Yeah,
And
that's
they-
where the
and
that's
they
where the
found it.
whole the grave
Oh, okay.
is.
And then they found it in Paris.
Yeah.
Okay.
During
Wow. So it was there the whole time.
It's there the whole
40
fucking-
years.
Yeah, it's a bunch of lazy ass French fucking motherfuckers. It was probably like a block away.
Wow.
Probably on somebody's front porch, the way like we
Yeah,
put like
no kidding.
lion heads and shit. And then everyone would walk by and was like, nah,
Well, that's not
that
it.
ain't it.
That can't be it.
Hell, fucking
That's
way.
fake.
Yeah.
Huh.
Oh.
Well, she's got her squeaky ball.
Yeah. I don't think you can hear it, so
Well, that's
it hasn't been coming in on the other episodes.
okay.
Moving on. Did you know researchers, which are commonly known as scientists,
Yeah.
concluded, that means they're done. I don't know why I'm mansplaining everything.
I don't know why you are either. I was only gone for a day.
It was the Mozart thing. The Mozart.
I was only gone for a day. I need to we can't have this. You got to stop this.
Okay.
Okay. Anyways.
They concluded that there are 4 types of drunks.
Okay.
4 types of drunks. There is the Hemingway, whose personality stays the same.
Okay.
The Mary Poppins, who becomes even sweeter and more outgoing. The Nutty Professor, who becomes an uninhibited attention seeker. And Mr. Hyde, who turns hostile.
Oh.
Now,
I think you could be a combination.
Oh, exactly. Because you can experience every one of these types of drunks in a single night.
That's true.
If you do
That's
it
true.
right.
Yeah.
Because it's very... Okay, now, look, all this sounds like to me, now that I'm rereading it, is the level of drunk that you get. That's
Maybe.
all it is.
Maybe. It depends on the person.
Hold on. No, look, the Hemingway, whose personality stays the same. Society's definition of drunk is what? Let's go off the...
0.08.
Yeah. Okay. For the majority of people,
I am not one of those people.
Yeah. 0.08 is nothing. Of course, your personality is going to stay the same. Nothing changes, or not. You don't feel it. It doesn't show. But you have a couple more. Guess what? That buzz starts kicking in. You're getting this to that sweet spot. That's when you become Mary Poppins. You're even sweeter. You're outgoing. That's the buzz, right?
Yeah.
Then the Nutty Professor, who becomes an
attention
uninhibited. Yeah.
seeker. I'm
Now you're
not
drunk.
usually an attention seeker, even when I'm drunk. Like,
Okay, but there's levels to it. I'm not. There's the type of attention seeker that if you're at a table of like 2 or 3 people and you're having a conversation, they keep or like
oh
like
yeah,
making the
okay,
conversation.
yeah.
That's an attention. I'm not
Oh.
trying to say like trying to get the whole bar to pay attention.
Oh, okay.
There are those.
I was gonna say there are those.
But there are levels of these levels. And then Mr. Hyde, that's when
Yeah, that's the end of the
everyone
night.
knows if you've been around somebody who's been to a Mr. Hyde level.
Yeah,
And
they need to go home.
yeah. People recognize they're like, fuck man, shit.
Yeah,
Turning.
yeah,
It was like Tony and I when we were in Fort Collins, we were roommating together.
yeah.
We'd go out.
Well, and yeah, the first time, well, not the first time, but that St. Patrick's Day when I went out with you.
Yeah.
That was shortly into our relationship, and yeah, I saw it.
Wait, did I turn Mr. Hyde or
No,
did
you
Tony?
No, you did.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You were still easy to reel back in then. I guess because it was a new relationship.
It
so
was St. Patty's Day.
yes,
A little bit of grain of salt for me. And they were playing Wild Rover.
okay, that's not the part I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
No,
Okay. But we used to rope each other in.
Yeah.
Like,
so
we'd figure out which one was too drunk.
Yeah.
Right now. Oh,
Yeah.
I can slow down.
no, it was just there were a lot of people there, and you just had issues with people. You had to
I was looking for a fight.
yeah, you were, but like then because it was so early on, I was still able to like
Soft talk me down.
yes, that only lasted a couple of years maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that was it.
Once the newness wore off, it was like, nah, she can't talk me down anymore.
I wish I could remember some of those stuff. You know, there are a type of people in this world who can remember everything about their life. There's only 25 of them, or have ever been known to have it. It's something called hyperthymesia. It's a condition that allows them to remember every detail of their lives.
You know, you told me that. And so I can remember a lot. Like, I can remember a lot, but not everything.
No, like I got core memories.
And I can remember a lot of things from when I was very young.
How are these people not suicidal?
I don't know.
Because
there's a reason. Wow,
forget
ma'am.
shit. Yeah, there's natural fucking things that our body does to keep us from getting hurt, like passing out when the pain gets too much.
Right. Or blocking, like you protect, your brain protects you as well. Like it'll block
You
things
forget
out.
the molestations when you were young.
Wow. Okay. Or like the same way the brain does when a woman's in labor, releases oxytocin, which is a love hormone, so that your body you forget the pain you just felt, so you fall in love with the baby.
And so you don't murder it.
Right. So you don't kill it because of what it just did to you.
Yeah.
Like it releases
That's some deep ass shit, like primal stuff,
Yes.
like to keep you from murdering.
But that's exactly what
because there are other animals out there that don't do that.
They're just like
fucking
yeah, they
babies.
do. So, but yeah, that's
Good for
something
them.
the brain does. So I wonder, like, wow, maybe that's why there's only been 25 because they were never like.
These people just didn't. I mean, but wouldn't you tell somebody that? Wouldn't you?
Maybe they don't
be
know
like,
that it's all.
Oh my God! I remember coming out of the birth canal. I can picture my mother's vagina. That alone would probably had me suck Star Shotgun a long time ago.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
But
then because
well,
your memories,
like every memory from their life, from what age?
every detail of their lives.
So from the time they open up their eyes.
I'm assuming once you become aware, right? So maybe 3 years old, even then.
Well, no, I mean, because I have memories from before 3 years old.
Yeah. So, okay. But what scares me is that to remember something, you go back through it.
Right.
So every break of every heartache, even when you were a kid,
Yeah.
your mind can't distinguish between
Like falling
Yeah.
down and scraping your knee.
So you remember that and remember how painful it was when you were that age, not like when you get older, but
Right.
that wasn't bad. but,
Right.
You know, that's fucking because you remember how it felt.
Right.
That's nuts.
That's
I could
awful.
never do
I
that.
would not want that.
I would be on Molly.
I mean, there's a
constant.
lot of times that I don't want all the memories I have.
Yeah. Right?
Like,
Well, you're human. You've lived a life.
yeah.
That's why some of us drink. But yeah, that's nuts. 20, yeah,
So, okay.
only 25 people.
So I was thinking about something since you just said that about that's why some of us drink. That was my first, I think, my first beach trip ever completely 100% sober.
Yeah?
And it was so much fun.
Yeah.
Like the beach itself.
Yeah.
Was so much fun.
I bet.
I was thinking, I was like, when we were walking on the pier today, I was like, Johnny should really try this. Like, this is really fun.
like alcohol sober?
Everything sober.
Oh.
Everything.
I mean, I should try that. I mean, I need to do that. I mean, because everyone needs a flush.
I
I
mean,
got a flush system.
It was so nice. Like,
Yeah.
I felt good. I had energy. Like, there was no hangover.
I would need like a couple days, though. One day is just not going to like.
No. Well, I
Yeah.
mean, you would need to be sober for a few days before, probably, and
Yeah.
to enjoy.
Right?
Yeah.
So I'm not fucking out there like sweating.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
just give me a gummy bear, sure.
Right. Yeah. But no, it was really fun. Like, I don't know. It's just kind of a cool thing to experience because I've never.
To go through life experiencing reality as you should. Oh,
I mean,
yeah, no. I'm
for a
gonna be
beach
shit,
trip,
but
we haven't.
That's good.
Like, we've never done that.
That's good.
And I
I'm-
did,
I'm
and it
down
was
with
so
it.
much fun.
I'm not gonna do it when we go to Wilmington though,
Okay, that's
because we're going to a comedy show.
But we need to do that.
Okay,
It was fun.
awesome. Well, that's our time. Talk to you next week. With the look,
Yes.
Rico Suave, motherfucker.
Ivy. She just spit them all at your chair.
Big train, rolling through the Iowa night. Big train, going to Colorado tonight. Big train, closing in on mountain time. Big train, rolling into Loveland tonight. I'm taking me a free ride. Ain't got nothing to leave behind. Just keep her rolling. Just keep her rolling. Just keep her rolling on down the track. Just keep her rolling.